Hello everybody, Ken Cooley here. I'm with my buddy Ralph Zuke.
Hello, hello.
Hello. So Ralph, we were kind of talking about some of the crazy fundraising that you've done in the past. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of that crazy stuff?
Well, I've always believed that if you're going to go to people and ask them to sponsor and shell out their hard-earned dollars, you should at least give them something in return. So most of my fundraisers have always revolved around something of entertainment. Or just total craziness. So the very first one I ever did, I did the ride. It's called the Tour de Donut up in Staunton, Illinois. And it's a great ride. If anyone ever gets the chance to do it, I highly recommend it. It's about a 36-mile ride. You stop at the 10-mile and 18-mile marker, I think. And every donut you eat takes 5 minutes off your time. And I was trying to decide how do you make that into a fundraiser? You can't have people sponsored by the mile because that's a set mile. There wasn't a way to do it with the time, but then the most obvious was you do it by the donut. And so I decided that I was doing this for the American Diabetes Association, and I just thought, what goes better than eating donuts for diabetes? Which they were big glazed donuts, and honestly I'm not a fan of glazed donuts, but on that ride I did choke down 15 of these large glazed donuts, and I kept them down. And I will say the last 5 miles of that ride, I was on such a sugar high. I was flying. I was passing people like they weren't even moving. And then I crossed the finish line, grabbed a bottle of water, and fell asleep.
Oh my God.
But it's a lot of fun. It's a great ride, and we did raise $1,500. That was the incentive. Every donut was $100. So I was doing everything I could to choke down as many of them as I could, and and it was fun. I sent out training pictures, which I'll share with you guys, and then also afterwards I sent out some pictures showing the aftermath of once you stop training, you start to slip into your old habits, bad habits. I was finding myself wandering around the house eating carrots and celery and all. So, but it was a fun ride. That was the first one I did.
I think I could knock off probably about 5 hours if they were Boston cream. But,
oh yeah, no, if they're Boston cream, that's a whole other story. I agree with you on that. So anyway, when I did the donation that year, the director was not sure whether she should be appalled or she should laugh that I ate donuts for diabetes, and so she asked me if I would do something a little less detrimental, and so she said, "Would you ride in the Tour de Cure?" So the next year I rode in the Tour de Cure, and I again decided if I'm asking people for stuff, I need to provide some entertainment.
Yeah.
So I decided to do that ride in a naked bodysuit, which was really just a flesh tone unitard. Now, Ken can sort of show, I don't really have the body for a unitard, and I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that bad until I actually got one and realized that, man, this was a bad idea, but I was already committed. Luckily, I knew an airbrush artist who did some airbrush work for me, so we had a fig leaf in the appropriate location. He gave me some six-pack abs, some real pecs, and then we had people donate. And if you donated over $300 and you had a company, we would airbrush your logo on to any part of the body to make it look like a tattoo. And so we did pretty well that year. We raised $3,000 that year. And the question I had for when I went in was, how far would you go to raise money and awareness for your friends and family with diabetes? The answer was 106 miles in a naked bodysuit. Even had the police called on me at one point early in the morning because somebody driving up the river road actually thought I was riding naked. So anyway, there's some good pictures of this also. But it was a lot of fun, and it kind of got me hooked on doing fundraisers and having fun doing it. So the next one I did was the the Barcalounger rickshaw, which a lot of people are familiar with. It was a big one. I took a Barcalounger rickshaw all the way up to Toronto a couple years ago. And that was just a blast. That's where I found the true power of Rotary, and that I was staying with Rotarians. I had so much fun. I met so many interesting people. Met with clubs. The one I for some reason always sticks with me. It was in Lowell, Indiana. There's a club. It was a fairly new club, and they met at a Mexican restaurant. Normally at 6 o'clock, which is when our club would meet at a Mexican restaurant. So I related to them right away. But because I was going through there on noon on a Friday, they decided to pull a special meeting. And they actually had a large number of their Rotarians make that meeting. And they proceeded to keep feeding me these I think they were called Cadillac margaritas. And I still had 30 miles to ride after that. I can tell you, it was probably about 31 miles if you take the zigzag into account. But had a blast doing that. And again, every place I went, I met just incredible people and had so much fun. So this is actually the first fundraiser I'm doing that's kind of a little bit more on the serious side, as far as the only real hook here is that I'm doing it for 24 hours. And to be quite honest, I have no idea how many miles I can go in 24 hours. I mean, I truly don't know. It's going to be a challenge. I mean, and that's why I wanted something to be a challenge. Everyone's like, oh, you could do 12 hours. I'm like, yeah, but I know I can do 12 without any problem.
Yeah.
I don't know about 24. That's a whole new thing. So
I bet you could go pretty fast if you use the bodysuit.
Yeah, only because I have people chasing me. But so yeah, it's just like I said, I want to have a certain amount of entertainment in it. I'm sure things will happen during this ride that will entertain.
Yeah.
It should be a good time. Maybe I won't say that on June 5th, but June 4th should be a fun day. So I'm hoping people will be able to follow it. We will list where you can contribute. I'm actually asking people if you would do it by the mile, knowing it's a little scary. You don't know how far I'm going to go. But I always tell people, hey, don't worry. I'm 265 pounds. I'm 55 years old.
Yeah.
How far can I really go?
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Also, there will be a live stream, so you can actually see where I'm at and how far I've gone at any point during that day. So I'll have that listed also.
Oh, perfect. In closing, is there anything else you'd like to add in regards to donations or?
Oh, donate big. Make me hurt. Make me want to hurt. So, I mean, the more you make me do per mile, I mean, think of it like the donuts. I hate glazed donuts, but for $100, I'll eat a lot of them. So, let's see how we do on riding. The only good thing is I actually like riding, but again, I've never done anything in my life for 24 hours in one shot. So, we'll find out.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you, Ralph, and I know that, as far as donating to the cause, we're going to have links all throughout these videos, and if there's any questions or comments, what's the best place to reach you at?
You can reach me either through Facebook at either at Ralph Zuke or at Ralph's Rickshaw Ride. Also, feel free to email me. We'll provide you with that. Any questions you have, please, reach out. If there's anything you can do or help, we always appreciate it. Like I said, I know Rotarians are awesome for that, but so are other people. So reach out. Also, we probably want to draw you in and make you a Rotarian at some point.
of your club.
Oh yeah, my club.
You want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, the Civilian Club, which is a satellite club of the St. Louis Club 11, and great bunch of people working on this. They're awesome. I think you'd have a lot of fun hanging out with them. We're looking forward to getting back to our original home, which was Civil Life Brewery, which is right now in the process of renovation, but this fall they will be open and they will have a meeting room that will accommodate us well.
Well, that's perfect, dude. We appreciate you, and good luck. June 4th?
June 4th, all day long.
Oh, my God. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.